Well, look what we have, a brand new delightful dimensional set of dies, and this time it's all about a carousel. So much to share with you, but just in case, let's get a close-up to this guy. So it's going to fold flat to mail, but then it's going to stand up, and you're going to hear that noise. It's perfectly fine, and you can see our carousel is also 3D. It's popping out from behind. So very, very fun and very unique. Won't you please come play with us? Well, as I said, this is the carousel. Now, before I get into it, let me just talk a moment about the basic crosshatch, because the basic crosshatch allows us to have a card like this that's going to stand up and yet will fold flat. So this is a 4 dies, and they are designed to slip together, no gluing necessary. So just like you see here, they're all going to slip together. The directions are on the package, which we've just found the best place to keep them. And so that's super, super easy. Now, the finished card will fit into our 10 envelopes package. So no worries there. You can certainly mail them, and because they will fold flat. Okay, so that's my information for you about the basic crosshatch. It's a good starting point for these dies, but it's not the only thing. So let's look at the carousel. There are 5 cutting dies, which isn't a huge number, but these are quite large. So like the canopy of the carousel is 4 3/8 inches wide. The horse is 3 5/8. So they're substantial. In fact, you can see it on the finished card. This is, as always, what we do, the project that's on the back of the package. That way, when you get the package, you have an idea just all ready to go, and we write out some of the directions and tell you what we used. So that just is a help. But going back to this, we wanted to make this very detailed and to give you lots of options. So I'll show you those in just a moment. But let me show you what Debbie did. She used our Simply Stripes cardstock. And what it has is on one side, it's the red like this, and on the other side, it's the red like this. So mostly red, mostly white, okay? And so that's how it does with all the colors that are in it. And at 6 by 6, it's a good size because it will die cut and fit the cutting dies of the delightful dimensional basic crosshatch. Now, getting into our horse. We wanted to have a wonderful horse, a very detailed horse, and as you can see, Debbie has really used that well. So the horse was die cut out of white, but then she die cut it out of black so that we have a black mane, a black tail, and look at the detail on that. I'll be showing you other colors so you can probably see it a little bit better. The hooves are also black. Now, she layered the saddle and the bridle is there, but then you see the sparkly part. Well, the woman needed some solid colors, so she went to this collection of Christmas cardinals, and she wanted that because it has the white in it as well as the black, so that was a good one. And so she die cut everything out, but with the blue, she wanted that sparkle, and so she put the blue on top or behind this clear glitter adhesive sheets. This is the one that has glitter embedded into the acetate. That's right, embedded. See, I'm not getting it on my fingers. There's nothing there. It's all embedded here. So you can put this on top of anything and you can get some wonderful looks. And that's exactly what she's done with the blue that's there. Now you can see that this is the canopy to our merry-go-round, and she also used our gold pen. It should be here on my table, and I don't see it. Good heavens. Well, we have a gold pen that has a fine tip, And that is what she's used to go into the lines that are etched into the cardstock. Isn't that gorgeous? Very, very fun. And it just really adds beautifully. And then she colored that top part also with the gold. So that's nice. You can see this is the red stripe that she used on the pole that's holding our horse in place. Same thing with this little piece. It's right here. It's to go along the bottom of our carousel, again with that pen, which I will probably find in just a minute because it is somewhere else on my table. But that's going on. Now, she wanted to write a message, so she's used Celebrate, and Celebrate comes from the dazzles that are called More Greetings. In fact, it's one of our best-selling dazzles. And we just added a whole set of other colors, but you'll know about that next week. So that's to come. So Celebrate is on here. She just put it on the white cardstock, matted it, and foam taped it to the back piece. You can see how it really shows. You also can do your greeting on the back, so there's no problem there. And then, of course, not to be to add even more sparkle, she added the gold jewel dazzle. So all of those flashing circles, that's the gold jewel dazzles. Okay, I do want to tell you, because it took a little bit of engineering, but we wanted this to stand out, but it still had to be attached to the card. So I want you to appreciate this little piece, and that's what you're going to use. So it is scored for you. You're simply going to attach it with foam. We would recommend extra sticky tape to the backing piece and then to the canopy. And that way it's going to stand out, because this is too heavy to hold itself up without that support. Okay, so that's going to work nicely. Okay, a little bit of engineering there. Okay, now what else can you do with this? Well, let me show you. What a different look. Look at this. Now, this one, this little guy is loose, but it's going to tuck behind that back piece. There you go. So she foam taped a little strip behind this. Oh, it'd be better if I'd stop playing with it so you can see. Okay, so let me tuck that in and hold it in place so I can show you. Look at that. Now we have a very, red and white. Oh, well, of course, when I have it not standing up. Okay, here we go. I'll hold it for you. Okay, what a different look than our first one. Very different. And this was done with the Sweet Pea paper. So Sweet Pea 6x6 and Sweet Pea solid cardstock. So the solid cardstock was used, as you can see, on the horse, and also that opening part, that part in the front. But look, the horse itself was done out of the patterned. I love that. And look at the canopy. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now, she did use hot pink crystals to add color, but let's get in really close because I want to show you the detail on the mane, on the tail, on all of the saddle and so forth. Even these pieces for the bridle, that's part of the horse. Isn't that just beautiful? It just adds such richness to this. Isn't that great? So she elected to cut a separate piece, again, to cut the top part out of two colors, this one and this one, out of the Sweet Pea. And isn't that neat? A really fun play of lights and darks with pink. And thank you, that is out of the paper pack. And then on the back, oh, look what she's done. She has added a strip of the Sweet Pea, and then she's added some of the little greetings that are in that. So sending sweet thoughts your way. Oh, this is really cute. Nobody else has done this before. Oh, our Debbie does it nicely. This is Sweet Moments and Simple Pleasures. Okay, you can see that some fun messages were added to this. For my best friend, and then a butterfly. Those were all cut out of the paper pack. So that is our option number 2. Now we're going to get into option number 3. Now you don't have to use these on the basic crosshatch die. You can use them on your regular ones, your regular cards. And isn't this just fun? So we have a whole carousel going on this card. And let me just show you what she has used. So this is Whispering Florals. And Whispering Florals, 12 by 12. It's a beautiful collection of papers. And of course, there are solids to go with it. You can see all of that. And she also used some of the Whispering Florals die cuts. I'll show you what they are. But for her carousel poles, she used the gold metallic paper. And you can see that she has first covered her card with the Whispering Florals patterned, and then she did her gold poles, and then she went into her solids and had a great time. You can see we've got a green horse, a blue, a red one, and then she did the same thing with the mane and the tails and the saddle of using the different patterns, and I think she just layered them beautifully. Something else that she did, she just took a piece, now this is of the purple ribbon, and just folded it in half, cut the ends in a V, and then Dream Big is one of the die cuts. So that's foam taped right there. Isn't that fun? Now on the inside, this is another of the Whispering Florals 12 by 12. This is one of the corners. And she's got, this is that piece for the bottom of the carousel. And there's another of the poles. She's got a ribbon just kind of caught in the wind, don't you think? May this brighten your day. I definitely think this card would brighten your day. How fun is that? Now, you could certainly have 3 horses. You can have just however many works for you. So this is our regular 5 by 6.5 inch card. Hey, I have one more, and look at this. Well, you could certainly do just one horse, and you get the whole of the carousel on it. Isn't this fun? Now this is using the Tulip Parade. Now she did use the 12 by 12, and of course she had to use the solids because they're going to match, and that's going to allow you to do some wonderful things with that horse. So the carousel top has been done out of the patterned. The pole has been done out of the solid. The horse has been done out of the patterned and the solid. And you can see that she's done some inking. In fact, she's done that with several of these, just adding extra detail to the imagery. And then instead of going into the mechanism, she's got one of the large cutouts, Thinking of You. So that's kind of holding it. Now notice that she has foam tape behind here. In fact, that looks to me like 4 layers in the middle, and then it's brought down to the card itself. So that's just really nice, and that's going to mail just fine. So that is the front of our card, and then on the inside, this is one of the papers. It has a truck with flowers, but look what she's done. The pole is right in the middle, and so she's kind of made a slit into the art, tuck that in. She's done another top of the carousel, and You Are a Blessing is one of the die cuts. So look at that. Very, very fun. In fact, that could be a card front, couldn't it? And that could be a card front too. Just absolutely wonderful. Okay, so I think you have an idea of some wonderful things you can do with the carousel, but you know what? I'm not done yet, because we talked about it and decided that we wanted to give you more greetings to put on this. So we have done a sheet, and we've done it, all the words, all the greetings in white and in black. So we're going to get in close so you can really see them. And this is Made to Make You Smile, Joy is Just a Ride Away, Round and Round, Happiness Found, Keep Moving Toward Joy, Happiness One Turn at a Time, Round we go, fun included. Life is where memories go round and round. Life is better when you enjoy the ride. Well, you get the idea. All of these. So that is what we call a carousel cutout. So that is another item that you can purchase to go with your carousel. And it is included in the Money Saver. There is a Money Saver on the right-hand side of your screen. That's where we always keep them. In addition to that, if you are interested, we invite you to get a subscription. And we'll get in a little bit closer on this. So the Delightful Dimensionals happen once every month. So at the end of the year, you're going to have 12 of these beauties. And every month, if you have a subscription, you will save 10% off the retail. In addition, those dies will come to you before the webisode. And as you know, because we give you an idea on the package, the moment it arrives, you can start planning what you're going to do. Now, if you do the subscription, your very first month, you will get both the basic crosshatch and your monthly Delightful Dimensional. After that, you'll just get the monthly one. The kind of seasonal one is how we think of it, and that will come to you. So, and every month you will get a free goodie. Now this month, the free goodie are the crystals and the cutouts. So you got 2 for 1 this month. And that is fun. Now, if you have already received your subscription, we didn't have this done when we sent it out, so we gave you a download to it. But if you want to receive this, just let us know with your next order and we'll include it. Okay, so that's what we have. And this is this month's Delightful Dimensional brand new die. And I think you'll admit it's got so many possibilities. Okay, I do want to thank Debbie. She's done an amazing job, as Debbie always does. I do want to mention that if you're watching this on YouTube, we'd love it if you would like us, because that helps our ratings. And come on over to paperwishes.com. One reason is because that's the only place you can purchase these. And it is exclusive for Paper Wishes customers. So we would invite you to do that. Add on to the subscription if you like. But I think you're going to have a lot of fun playing with this carousel, just like Debbie did. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.